Yes, yes. It was Yoshinobu Yamamoto who became your World Series MVP presented by Chevrolet. Take a look at pitchers with 3 wins in a single World Series. He joins just 3 other pitchers to do it. He's the first pitcher to start Game 6 of a World Series and record 7 or more outs in Game 7 since Grover Alexander in 1926. Yeah, it's safe to say it's been a while, almost 100 years since we saw what Yoshinobu Yamamoto did, and the World Series MVP presented by Chevrolet joins us now live on MLB Tonight. Hero, his interpreter, is also up here with us, and we appreciate him. Yoshinobu, an incredible performance. When you hear you did something in a World Series we haven't seen in 99 years, what do you think about the history you made here tonight?
山本さんが今回、ワールドシリーズされたということで、99年ぶりにやったということなんですけども、どういうお気持ちですかね。99
years. We've never seen anybody pitch Game 6, then come back and get 7 or more outs in Game 7.
続けてやったっていうのは99年ぶりだったんですけども、そこはどう思われますか。
いやもう自分でも信じられない、結果に終わってすごく嬉しく思いますし、本当にこう、ね、サポートしてくださった皆さんに。もう感謝してもしきれない、そんな気持ちです。
I'm very, even myself, I just can't believe, because what happened tonight. And then I want to, I'm very thankful to you, all the support, because I got from every, because of people on this team.
Well, I got to get in. I got to drill down on this because what you did for any pitcher that has ever toed the hill and the pitchers now to be able to come back tonight and just even get on the mound was something to be marveled at. Is your program of getting ready for a game put you in a position to be able to do what you did tonight, body-wise?
その2日続けてこれだけ投げるっていうのはどういうふうにしたらできるのかっていうどういうその山本さんの特別なその方法があるんでしょうか。
正解っていうのは分からないですけど、もともと僕が19歳ぐらいの時に日本の1軍の試合で初めて投げて、1試合投げたらもう10日間ぐらい肘が伸びないぐらいこうパンパンになったんですけど、途中まで強いですね。
大丈夫です。
そこからこうトレーニングだったりフォームをちょっと変えたりして、でこうどんどんこう負担なく全身を使ったフォームで投げられるようになって、今日こんな結果になったんで、本当にこうこう積み重ねてきたものが間違いじゃなかったんだなっていうのは、今日思いました。
I'm not sure what I have been doing is right on that, but then when I first got an NPB, after I throw, because my elbow was getting so tight, because of unbelievable tightness. Then because I started learning how to use the body correctly, and then I gradually started adjusting my mechanic. And I believe that's what let me be able to do what I did.
Yes, I think we have the perfect person who just walked up with Dave Roberts right here with us. I want to ask you this question with Dave sitting right here. If we had to go one more game, and Yoshinobu, and you needed one inning from Yosh, do you think you can get it from him? And do you think you'd be ready for one more inning tomorrow?
Well, he already said in the toast, in the celebration, he said he's not pitching tomorrow, so no. Tell him, he said in the cage that when we were popping champagne, he said he's not pitching tomorrow.
さっきケージでも言ったんですけど、明日はもう投げなくていいよと。
いやもう今日も投げると思わなかったですけど。
Doc, I didn't think I was going to go out and pitch tonight.
Some breaking news! Wow!
I'm glad I didn't know that.
You know what? I would love to. The amount of times that you told the rubber in the bullpen, I want to understand, a peek behind the curtain, the 18-inning game. When is that conversation had that he's willing to come into the game? And what's the conversation coming into this game to where you have some level of expectation of what you can request from him, even though he said he didn't know he was pitching tonight?
In the 18-inning game, he came to Mark Pryor in about the 13th inning and said he's available to pitch. And once I heard that, I looked at him at the end of the dugout, and he was just standing like this. And then I said, okay, go down to the bullpen. That's what happened in the 18-inning game. 本当？
本当まあその3戦目の時もいけるよって言って、まあ、ドックすごい怖い顔してて、で昨日も6回投げ終わってドック交代って僕に言った時に、まだいけるよって言った時にまだドックが困った顔というか、まあ交代って言ってんのに僕がまだ行くって言うから、なんて言うんだろうな、ちょっとそういう顔を見て、で今日もまあ準備できるよって伝えたんで、なんて言うんだろうな、こう逆にこう困らせてないか、はい、すごく不安でした。はい、結果的には良くなって良かったです。
So the game 3, and then because when the way he was looking at me was kind of intimidating. And then yesterday, like after 6th inning, because he was pulling me out of the game, and I told him, hey, because I can go, I feel good, and he gave me the same look from the game 3, and then even like today, because I think I can be ready, and then he gave me the same one.
An incredible performance. We're going to actually let you guys go because you have the other media you have to take care of. So, Yoshinobu, congratulations so much. We're going to hang with Dave Roberts for a little bit, but thank you so much for joining us. An incredible performance.
The most well-earned MVP
I've ever seen.
Time.
MVP.
All time.
I've ever seen.
Congratulations.
Hero, thank you so much for joining us as well. All right, Chris, where do you want to start with Dave? Where do you want to start?
I want to start.
World Championship.
Yeah, we
manager?
talked yesterday after the game, Dave, and we were talking about the master plan, what's going on behind Dave Roberts' mind, and all the moves that you've made. Tonight, it showed up again. Putting in Piehass. I'm assuming you put Piehass in center field more because of his arm in that spot, runner on third, less than 2 outs.
That's right.
You're thinking he's coming in to throw the ball.
That's
not
right.
knowing that play is going to come to fruition.
Yeah, I just didn't want a medium fly ball. I wanted to make it a little bit tougher, and I felt he has a 80 arm, and so that was the kind of the math behind having him. And he made me look good and made a game-saving play right there in left center field too.
As we were watching the energy of the game, and we talked to Mook today, we talked to Snell, the energy of the game told us that the Blue Jays had control the entire time. What was your thought press? What decisions are you trying to make? You see Miguel Rojas coming up to the plate in the big spot. Do you even consider pinch hitting for him in that spot and going to Piehass to try to get the home run, try to get the big swing?
You know what? Once I put Miggy in the lineup in Game 6, I just felt like I'm gonna ride or die with him. I just feel like we needed his infusion of kind of something, the energy, and obviously we're just looking at that's the biggest hit of his life, and I just think CY, it's one of those things that you just got to trust players in right spots, and I talk about this all the time. The game honors you, and Alan Trammell told me that a long time ago, and for him to be relegated to the bench and still be a great teammate, pushing guys, challenging guys, and then when his number was called, he was there. And so for me, I was going to bet on that to the end.
How much has 2017 Dave Roberts, the manager, changed from 2025 Dave Roberts?
Oh,
manager?
Crazily. I think that, early on you're trying to get a feel of the postseason, and you think that you can kind of, I just think for me it's like anything, when you have experiences, you learn to use your eyes, your gut more, and be willing to potentially fail, but you're going to go with the right people and the right players. And I think for me, there's no script. The numbers are the numbers, but I think when you get to the postseason, it's about betting on people, and that's what I've learned.
Well, having known you for a long time, and of course we evolve as people, but in winner-take-all games, you're 7-2. And I see the way you communicate with your guys. I've watched some of the video clips of you being in the clubhouse. There's something to be said for when you're looking across the room, you had plenty of managers, and you trust and care about your skip. And I think about it. Rojas is a perfect example of that, what you just said. I mean, think of 2 outs to go. The Blue Jays win a World Series. It hits a home run.
I know, exactly. That wasn't on your bingo card?
No.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's one of the best moments that I've ever had on a baseball, in relative to baseball, is the last out. Freddie has a game ball. He was in my office for 10 minutes waiting for me after the celebration to personally hand that ball to me. So for Freddie Freeman to kind of think and say that we want you to have this baseball for you, that just speaks to what they think of me and how much they trust me. So that is like an emotional thing for me coming from a guy like him. So that kind of is the exclamation mark
Yeah,
on
but
the
it says
series.
about you. It does.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You're one of the best in the business now. Clayton Kershaw was warming up in the bullpen. What was it going to take for him to get in this game?
You know, I wanted to get his blood going a little bit, get his heart rate up there. So I don't know. You know, I think that Yamamoto's third inning right there, I just don't know when and if the wheels are going to fall off. So I had to have somebody ready. And in a game like that, Clayton was going to come into the game.
All right. Well, hey, you know what?
Clayton was coming. I told him he was a hitter away.
The show. He
I
just
told him.
came into the show.
I told him he was one hit away. So his juices were going. So, hey, I'm going to get out of here.
Said you were,
I'm going to give this to the Hall of Famer. There you
Well done. Well done. Dave, thank you. Dave Roberts with us. The emotional day for you, Clayton. Walk us through it, bud.
Yeah, I think the doctors say I had next batter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what.
Be ready. That was your slider.
Oh man, it was. I had no idea the game ended. I had no idea we had one out. So I turn around and see the double play, and I think there's 2 outs and the run scores, and it's tie game. So we got to start it. And nope. And then Bardo, our bullpen guy, coach, tells me the game's over, we win, and I didn't believe him. It was. It's crazy, man. I don't have words. I really don't. It's just the most unbelievable feeling ever to win another one with these group.
You know, first of all, you're amazing. Congratulations. You're the accolades and numbers. You're one of the best ever. But watching this postseason, and you're out in the bullpen.
Yeah.
You're one of the best starting pitchers in the history of the game. Plenty of hardware in your office. But I see the genuine love and happiness you have for your teammates. And I don't know you well, but I'm watching from afar saying, you know, this is way beyond Clayton Kershaw and your Cy Youngs and MVP and all this other.
Yeah.
That's part of a great teammate and a great person.
It's just our group, man. The Dodgers, you know, I said this in there to the writers. It's like we have a lot of superstars, right? A lot of guys that get paid well, that a lot of all-stars, a lot of MVPs. But that's not even scratching the surface as to who they are. And it comes out in all different ways. You know, like Mookie working so hard to become a Gold Glove shortstop. Or Freddie just playing every day and always being the rock. Shohei pitching tonight on short rest, where he's been pitching on 2 weeks. You know, he pitches every one. And then all the way down our starter row with Glass and then Blake Snell. And then what Yama did tonight, like that is above and beyond what anybody could ever ask of somebody to do after complete game, 100 pitches, no rest. Like that's why I'm so grateful to be a part of this group. That's why I'm so grateful to be able to say that I've been a Dodger for as long as I am, because it's not just a great group of players. It really isn't. It's just a great group of guys willing to do whatever it takes to win that just happen to be really talented.
I was watching you on the pregame show. Greg had you on. Y'all were talking about trying to bring this all full circle and how important it was for you to be here on the field with this team, to be able to do it one more time, one more World Series. But you have such great group. It has to make it tougher to walk away when you see the guys right here in the middle of their prime going after, and they want to win next year.
Not at all, dude. Not at all. This is the perfect way. I couldn't script this any better. I am so happy that this was my last game I will ever play. I am so happy. I am so happy that I don't have to try to get people out throwing 88 miles an hour anymore.
That's fine.
I am so happy.
Well, you know what? Has there been a relief in knowing that this was going to take place? And obviously a Game 7 World Series, you're a champion again.
Yeah.
I saw that with Mike Mussina his last year. He ended up winning 20 games his last year, and he knew he was going to retire.
Yeah.
There was a difference in his look and his interactions with everybody. Has that helped you enjoy it more?
Yeah, I think so. Like I knew going into the season it was going to be my last one. And my wife, we didn't tell anybody until the very end, but we wanted to enjoy it, you know. And so I went into this season. I thankfully felt healthy, did as well as I could possibly do with what I had, and got to be a part of an amazing group, a winning group. And for us to end it like we did with this group of guys, I'm just beyond grateful. I know I'm exhausted. We had to run out there twice. You know, we had the benches clearing one. I'm exhausted from that one. I haven't run in a few months, guys. I don't know if you can tell. And then I had to run out there again. But oh man, I was gonna have a heart attack. Yeah, dude. I was bouncing up and down. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Last one from me. You've done something that not many people have had the opportunity to do, and that's to do it with one team.
Yeah.
You're clearly going to go into the Hall one day. You know, Scherzer, Verlander are going to be in the same conversation at some point. I don't know if you go in all at the same time or a few years apart from each other. but they had to do it with multiple teams.
Yeah.
What is the playbook? What has to happen for a player to be able to do it with one team, to stay with them the entire time?
Yeah, shout out to Schurz, man. He threw the ball really well tonight. You know, he still looks like he can keep pitching. You know, he looked really, really good all the way around
Tonight he's going to.
I don't blame him. I mean, he's throwing 96. He looks good. But honestly, just a lot of right place, right time. There's no reason that I just meant to get drafted by the Dodgers and got to stay here for this long. And yeah, I don't really know the answer to that. I was talking to, you know, the Fox set and talking to Jeet a little bit, and he was the kind of the model for that, right? Being with the Yankees for so long. That's who I grew up and got to play against. And